Hi everyone, it's Stacy and Darby, who's gonna get right in my way right when I'm starting this. It has come to my attention. Sorry, it's come to my attention that people actually watch this channel, which is cool. I have two businesses. This isn't really a business. This is just a passion project. Maybe I'll sell you some CPAP buttons and CPAP T-shirts in the future. But besides that, I'm not making money. I would like to, though, with vlog ads and selling polka dot CPAP masks. But anyway, so people are watching this, so maybe I should talk more. Maybe what I say is interesting. I don't know. But oh, I was saying my other two businesses, I've been like doing videos for a long time and no one ever watches them. So this obviously, CPAP, sleep apnea, health, blah, 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 is something that's really, really, really important. Duh. And it resonates with people. So thanks for watching if you're watching this. Obviously, I don't have a very good setup, and I don't know how to edit, and I'm not planning on learning how to edit because I have tried all that, and it's just frustrating for me. So I'm just going to talk. Anyway, what I want to talk about today is how women are not taken seriously at the doctor or at the ER. And I just, on cpapbabes.com, I put an article on this, about it's called Anxious Female, and it's just that some statistics, I'm not going to read them, that women go to the ER and they're turned away like a huge percentage of the time because people don't take women's pain seriously. And that's just it. And I think that's probably pretty true. There's data on it. You can just Google it and there will be pages and pages of it. And I think the same, although I haven't seen data on it, is that, yeah, not necessarily, I haven't seen data on it, is that women's fatigue is not taken seriously either. So what I heard over the years is that that my fatigue was kind of normal for my circumstances or whatever. So the first time I went for fatigue, I was 15. So I was 15 and I was like super skinny when I was 15. Like not super skinny, but skinnier than I am now. So when I was 15, I went to the doctor because I would like come home from school, high school, and I would like take a nap. I'd probably come home at like 4. I'd sleep from 4 to 9 or 10, and then I'd wake up for a couple hours and like screw around on the internet, and then I would go back to sleep. And I was just so tired, like I could not stay awake enough for like dinner or whatever. So that was the first time I went to the doctor for fatigue. And they're like, I just remember like, they're like, okay, we'll test you for mono. Okay, we'll test you for anemia. Okay, it's teenager stuff. Okay, bye. And that was it. And then I can't remember, like, I don't know if I was going to the doctor often. I mean, when you're a teenager, I think maybe you're supposed to have a yearly physical. I don't remember that. But I remember being like, yeah, I'm tired and, you know, whatever. So then I remember going, I'm trying to think who my doctor was when I was 18, 19. I'm from Bellingham, Washington, which is up by the Canadian border, and then I moved down to Seattle. So I had a really nice doctor. I don't remember complaining of fatigue that much when I was 18, 19. And I don't really remember why. But I remember the same thing. I would come home I worked at a child care center with toddlers. And I think I might have just been like, well, working with toddlers is freaking exhausting. So I would work like 9 to 5. I would sleep during my break at work. And then I would get off work and I'd come home and I'd eat nachos and then I would sleep and sleep and sleep. And I don't think that was during that time I wouldn't like wake up at night. So don't really remember complaining to that doctor about fatigue so much. And I was also, if I remember correctly, so I was working and I was also, after that first year where I ate nachos, went to bed, very fond memories of being 18. When I turned 19, I went back to school. So I was working full time and going back to school. So whatever. Then I think I worked and went to school for 3 years. That was really exhausting. And that's exactly what the doctors told me. So I remember like very clearly I went to see one doctor. I think I only went to see her once because I didn't like her. And I was just like, I just like am unreasonably tired. And she's like, well, you work too much and you go to school, so you're just busy. And I'm like, this is like unreasonably tired. And she goes, well, have you tried drinking coffee? And I was like, are you kidding me, woman? No. So that was that. Then I was back. So that was a doctor I saw. Then I got a doctor in Seattle. Really, really, really nice person. Awesome. But again, same thing. And that lasted 7 years because she was my doctor for 7 years. I even moved to Olympia, and I don't even think I didn't have health insurance when I lived in Olympia, and that was to finish up college. So I didn't, I think this cuts me off after 10 minutes. Okay. Anyway. So at that point, I didn't really see a doctor. And then when I came back up here, I was like, no, I'm really tired. And she's like, well, and every time, I like cannot tell you, I would get tested for mono. I would get tested for anemia. I would get tested for, I think that was it. It was mostly mono and anemia. Then I went over maybe 2013. So it's 26. Was that 2013? Yeah. And I had testing done, and the doctor, actually, it was an ARNP who specialized in naturopathic stuff. She actually did take my fatigue seriously, but she didn't look into sleep apnea. That just, again, I didn't think I had sleep apnea. I had no idea. I thought CPAPs were annoying. I'm so ashamed. But so she did all these tests, and found out I had candida, which is yeast overgrowth in the body. So I went, I went like a crazy strict diet for several months, and I felt really good for a while. Kind of like when I started CPAP, right? I felt awesome for like 3 months, and then I kind of went back downhill again. It's because either you make a great improvement, but then there's still other stuff. So I did that, and then, so that's how many years? I think basically how I got diagnosed with sleep apnea. I can't remember if I've said this in another video, but whatever. So I went to my doctor who I'd seen for 7 years, and she had put me, oh, that's the other thing. Everyone's like, are you depressed? I'm like, yeah, but I'm on antidepressants, so I don't feel better. So she put me on Wellbutrin, and I had already been on Wellbutrin like 2 other times. It makes me crazy because I have high blood pressure anyway, which is annoying. But I think a lot of it was higher before I had my CPAP. So it made me so anxious and so like out of sorts, so I quit that. And so after I got off the antidepressant, I went back in. I was like, all right, you need to give me Ritalin. I need Ritalin to stay awake. And she was like, well, I don't want to give you Ritalin. It's a controlled substance, and it's like basically like speed. I'm like, what am I supposed to do? No one will take me seriously. And she's like, well, let's send you for a sleep study. I was like, oh, okay. Because at this point, I was absolutely convinced that I was narcoleptic. Because people like me don't get sleep apnea. They don't. So then I got diagnosed with CPAP, and then I never saw that doctor again. I feel kind of bad. This is a really, 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 really embarrassing story. I feel kind of bad for not seeing her again. But I was kind of like, if she can't figure out sleep apnea, I don't want to see her anymore. Even though she's like lovely and awesome, but it was just time for a change. Anyway, whatever. But I saw her at the park one time, and she was like, hi. And like, of course, she can't like really say anything because of confidentiality stuff. And I was just like, sleep apnea! Because I wanted to tell her like what it was. I shouldn't have done that. That was really embarrassing, but whatever. So, anyway. Oh, this is the other thing, and I think it's going to cut me off soon because I'm using some online video recorder that cuts me off at 10 minutes, and I'm at 8.5. So, I saw yesterday on Facebook this person I know who is like a freaking warrior. She has 3 kids, and one of her kids has a lot of health issues, and she's just like crazy busy, but she also has had a lot of sinus issues. And she posted her Fitbit log, and it looked exactly like mine before I got my CPAP. It looks like a freaking barcode. So Fitbit logs, it has a line every time you wake up. And I was like, hey, you know, I got my sleep study. It changed my life. This is maybe something you want to consider. And like freaking clockwork, someone who has the best intentions chimes in and says, well, you're probably just tired because you're a mom. And it made me so mad, not because that person's saying what they know, and that's probably what I would have said, but we have to start taking people's fatigue, especially women's fatigue, seriously, because it can be a disease that kills you, right? Sleep apnea can kill you. So if you are concerned, go get screened. That's what I'm going to tell you for today. Happy New Year. It's almost 2017. Darby says goodbye. You see, do you have sleep apnea? Probably. Do you love our CPAPs? Yeah. Okay. Bye. bye, everyone. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. CPAP Babes. Twitter. Check it out. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.